And now it's time for my review of Vampire Dormitory. This right here is Mito, a young boy who lost his parents and gets fired from his job and is basically out on the streets and contemplates jumping off of a bridge. And then is subsequently saved by this dude over here, Ruka, who is pretty clearly a vampire. Uh, he lives in an all boys dorm, works at a fancy all boys restaurant, and Mito becomes a part of that world. But here's the problem secretly, Mito's actually a girl, even though she dresses like a boy. And a lot of that comes from her backstory, which I'm not going to get into. And a budding romance starts to occur. And there is a ton of no homo, but I love you in this show. And this is like I I feel like this is AI slop, but it's not. Like I kind of feel like AI wrote this even though it didn't. Like it's based off of an existing work. And when I say that, I don't mean to imply that AI was used. I simply mean it feels very like boilerplate, kind of straightforward. Like this is the story that could have been written by any 17-year-old out there who is trying to cash in on the vampire market. Again, not saying that that is what happened, but that is sort of the way it feels. This has a Twilight ripoff feel to it. Um, the story is fine. There's a lot of like, oh, special destined someone has to be a woman, but I'm in love with a man. This is so hard kind of thing. And the show doesn't really like take the kind of risks I would like it to take. I would like it if Mito actually was a boy and this guy Ruka actually was struggling with his sexuality and struggling with destiny and um, him. The reason he is supposed to fall in love with a woman is because she will become his princess and bear his progeny because he's going to be the vampire lord later on. And so if he falls in love with a boy, this kind of ruins everything. And I think it's cool that he is willing to like give that up for him. But it doesn't do quite enough. Yes, there's cool supernatural elements to it. Yes, there is a pretty good story here, but it's just I felt a little flat. I didn't really like their romance so much. Um, and the show just does a lot of like no homo stuff where it's like no, but I am feeling this way. No, I'm not feeling this way. No, 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 no. And yeah, I know that's part of the drama and part of the tension, but I don't know. This came out in 2024. This feels like something that would have put out in the late 90s, early 2000s, where there's a lot of like homo baiting, but I don't want to go there and it's taboo. Like this isn't taboo anymore. And so it's just not as stimulating and titillating as it sort of wants to be. Anyway, Vampire Dormitory, 7.2 out of 10. I'm glad I watched it, but I will not be watching it again.